Hi, my name is Jack Dempsey and I'm a partner with Pretium Solutions. Welcome to our video blog. Today we're going to be talking about the new conversation. Customer service training and customer service skills have been around forever, and most people think it's just about being nice. If you're just nice to people, that's what customer service is all about. Customer service is a skill set. It's a skilled trade. It's like that of an electrician or a carpenter. You do certain things in certain spots to create the result that you want. The new conversation is about how to do that most effectively. I've trained customer service throughout the years a lot of different ways, and I realized about 3 years ago we trained it wrong. We trained it where it was about being nice. We trained it company-centric, not customer-centric. And it wasn't until about 3 or 4 years ago that we really hit on why we did it wrong and how to do it right. The new conversation is about putting the customer at the center of the conversation, not the company, not the company's products, but the customer and the customer's needs. See, what we've learned is that customers have two needs every time they deal with your company. The first need they have is a practical need. They come into your clothing store to buy a new suit or a new dress. They buy an electronic product because they want the benefit of that product. There's a practical need. Well, there's also an emotional need with every product. I buy a new suit because, well, I have a job interview. I want to look good. I buy an MP3 player so I have entertainment while I'm on the train on the way to work or while I'm working out. So these things become important in the customer service conversation. That's the new conversation. It's making those things important. In the old conversation, it wasn't. So let me kind of illustrate exactly what I'm talking about. In the old conversation, and we'll take a call center example, a customer would call in and you would answer the phone. Thank you for calling this company. My name's Jack. How may I help you? And you say, well, I've got this problem. And immediately the customer service person would say, let me verify your account. Let me verify I have your right information for you. And then all of a sudden it becomes about the company. Well, how can I help you? Well, the customer started to tell you how they could help you, but you interrupted them by asking for some technical information that you needed, that the company needed. The new conversation is about letting that customer truly tell you what they want, both what they want and why it's important to them. That's the emotional. You let the customer do that, then you verify the account. In order to do that, customer service people must have some different skills. You can't just have the same skills and create a different result. Einstein said it best. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. That's the type of training, that's the type of thing we've seen out there for years in the customer service world. It's the same thing, repackaged with some different words. Today's customers need this new conversation. They need to be put in the center of the conversation. It's about them, not about you and your company. For instance, you have a clothing store. And you walk into that clothing store, a customer walks in and says, I need a new suit. You say, are you looking for a gray suit or a blue suit? If it becomes about the suit, that's the old conversation. If it becomes about the job interview and looking great, that's the new conversation. However, your customer service agents will have to have some different skills. And that's where we've developed a program called the Golden Touchpoint that does just that. You don't necessarily need us to make it happen, but you need to have people who understand and know and can focus on this new conversation. When you do that and you meet the customer's practical need and you meet the customer's emotional need, you can drive loyalty. And we know that loyalty is important because every study that we've seen, especially recently, shows that the greatest predictor of profitability is loyalty. You match the practical and emotional, you can drive that loyalty. I look forward to seeing you on more blogs. Thank you, and hope you've enjoyed this.